This is the Chrissy Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
I love a sweeping statement. I love to fight people who I disagree with.
Yeah, it's fun.
Which is often you.
I was going to say, keep it in the studio.
And for you, it's often me.
Yep.
We are deeply in love, obviously, but, you know, we clash. Last week, I said that backyards are overrated. You agree with me?
Unless you have a pool.
Unless you have a pool.
Yeah.
But even so, that's just, you know, what do they call it? Putting lipstick on a pig. It's like, you know, what is this useless place for? I better dig a hole in it and fill it with water.
Yeah.
And you said, Jack, your sweeping statement was that weddings are a waste of money.
And time.
And you stand by it.
Yeah.
And time.
Yeah. Divorce rate through the roof.
13 24 10, what is your sweeping statement? We're not going to fight you, by the way. You are absolutely entitled to your opinion. And, Jack, remember that when I say the following.
What?
Borat.
Oh.
Borat, the film, is the funniest film of all time.
I just want to say this. You've been in this business for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked with some of the funniest comedians in this nation.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked over TV and radio, and then you make a statement like that.
And
Out of every movie in the world.
Out of every movie.
Borat's the funniest movie.
It's the one that I can put on and laugh 100 times. 100 times. It never gets old.
Like, I get it's funny. You know what? After you and I have been arguing about this over the last week, I went and watched some YouTube clips. I agree. It's funny, but it's not the funniest movie in the world.
Well, name one that's funnier.
Bridesmaids to me is much funnier.
Bridesmaids is funny.
Mean Girls to me, way funnier.
Borat is funniest. Borat is the funniest. I'm allowed to. That's
You
my
are.
sweeping statement.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Borat's the funniest film.
I'm over arguing about it. You have it. Have it.
I love
Great. Congratulations. It's the funniest movie. Let's go to bed.
I love it when you get fed up with me. It brings me so much joy. What is your sweeping statement, Beverly?
Well, first of all, Chrissy, it's so nice to have you back on the air.
Thanks, Bev.
You really make us laugh, and you make a very entertaining afternoon.
Thank you, Bev.
My statement is, I believe that the Kardashians are the most overrated, overpaid family in the world.
Jack, your thoughts?
I disagree, but that's okay.
What makes you say that? Is it what they say, how they live, how they've taken over our entire existence?
Well, they have taken over our entire existence, but what do they actually do? I mean, I know they have clotheslines and makeup lines, but they only have those because they've made a name as celebrities for really no talent.
Bev, these are fighting words.
But Bev, do you think, given how successful the reality show has been, that maybe they do have a bit of talent?
No.
Good girl, Bev. You
We're
die on that hill. Absolutely. That's how you play sweeping statements.
It is.
Under no circumstances back down. Brooke.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
I'm good. What is your sweeping statement?
Well, mine's a bit more mundane than the Kardashians, but I think that you use way more laundry liquid than you do powder.
I agree, Brooke. Are you a laundry lady? Are you mad for laundry?
Yeah, it's a bit of a secret confession.
Mine too.
I like
love
laundry.
it. I love it. Do you want to hear Jack's opinion on your sweeping statement, or Brooke, or couldn't you give two jots?
Go for it, Jack.
I love the debate between powder and liquid. I grew up on powder. That sounds really bad. On washing powder.
Yeah.
But Brooke, I find that liquid, the scent is better. Like it sort of infuses your clothes better with the fragrance.
Oh, nothing better than hanging it out on the line, Jack.
It's true. Also, Brooke, am I going to ask him the one question that you ask anyone that sort of flushes out whether or not they're a laundry person or not? You know the question I'm asking, don't you, Brooke?
I hope so.
Is your washing machine a front loader or a top loader?
A front loader.
Okay, well, you're allowed. You're allowed. Very nice sweeping statement, and I'm with you. I'm a powder girl. Lucas, come in, spinner.
Hey, how you going?
Hey.
Love the show, guys.
Oh, great.
Thanks,
Good on
mate.
you.
my standby is the fact that I think the Jurassic Park should have ended definitely at the first movie. Like many other franchises out there, it's something that's a bit long-lived and outstretched.
Did you make your opinions known in the cinema when you were watching the sequels?
Oh, man, growing up as a young lad, watching them all, then listening to the rents go on about them all, I don't think I've ever listened to something more mundane and copied over the...
Did you just call your parents the Rents?
Oh, of course.
I love that.
Haven't you heard that?
No, that's going into the teen dictionary.
Yes.
Are you a teenager, Lucas, or close enough?
Nah, I'm 21, so you're basically hitting home with that anyway.
Absolutely. Well,
But
there you
I think
go.
also commenting on the old Kardashians, I think you lot would be out of a job if they weren't around anymore.
You're absolutely
You're
right.
not wrong.
You're absolutely right. All right, we're going to finish off with John. John?
I don't have time for pleasantries, I'm sorry. My sweeping statement is Frank Farmer was appalling at his job.
Now, I know the name Frank Farmer. Can you explain who he is?
Kevin Costner's character in The Bodyguard.
Well, I don't think
If for a moment, if you'll just let me park the sexual tension that should never happen between a protector and a protectee. Rachel's life is in danger. He takes her and the family to a remote cabin that his father Herb owns. At that cabin, her son Fletcher is nearly blown up in a boat, and then after that happens, an intruder gets in the house and shoots her sister. And then they go back. There's not a scene where Frank is getting a warning or a pink slip, or Frank just keeps working for Rachel. How is that possible?
That is a really good point. I want to ask you a deeply personal question, if you don't mind, John.
Sure.
The fact that you can reel off Herb's name and Fletcher's name, how many times do you think you have watched The Bodyguard?
In excess of 30.
Well, that's your sweeping statement, and you're allowed to have it.
Swan's sweeping statements.
Oh, yeah. We will die on this hill.
Absolutely.
You get a little frisson of excitement when you're about to say your sweeping statement. I can feel it.
I
get
like
excited.
sharing it. I like getting it off my chest and having it out there.
Because it takes certain confidence to say something bravely.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Shoot.
My kids will never, ever have another sleepover party as long as I'm alive. Because sleepovers are the worst.
I was about to say no, they're the best, but I know I can't judge or chime in.
They are the worst.
Can you
for
tell
the
me why?
parents. They're good for the kids, but I don't care about that.
No.
I can't tell you the fresh hell that a sleepover is for the parents. The kids never... And, you know, I'm obsessed with sleeping.
Yeah.
I get furious if somebody interrupts my sleep. Like, furious. Homicidal.
Yeah.
Like,
And
serious
The challenge being a kid at a sleepover, I remember, is to who can stay up the latest.
Yes.
Who can see 4
Who
a.m.
can be the most annoying? And, you know, other people's kids are annoying at the best of times.
Correct.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't trust myself. I really don't trust myself to not completely lose my mind at a child that is not my own in my own home. I'm not. I would yell. I would have my saggy boobs out and a nightie, crazy hair, and be like, go to bed, go to sleep, or I'll call your bloody mother.
I can just picture you in your nightie with like little Ronnie in a headlock. I'm calling your mum.
Listen, it wouldn't ever get violent, but it would be very embarrassing for my children, and I'm really trying not to do that. So there's my sweeping statement. Sleepovers are terrible.
Do your kids know that they'll never have another sleepover in their life?
Yes, I'm slowly breaking it to them. Yeah.
I love it.
What's yours?
My sweeping statement is that I've got to probably set this up for you a bit. At the moment, corporate companies they don't just have an email program. You now have like Slack or Teams, which is sort of reminiscent of MSN back in the day.
Yeah.
So you have your Outlook, for example.
Yeah.
And then you've got this other program where people can just MSN chat you. And it's like...
Right, so there's emails and
chat.
Mm-hmm.
My sweeping statement is Slack or Teams is a complete and utter waste of time. It creates more work.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. We've got the email. Just put it all in the one spot.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
Yes, what are the unpopular opinions that you feel afraid to tell people? I earlier admitted that sleepovers are not ever happening in my house ever again because they're the worst.
Your children are deprived.
Yep. Yep, so be it.
And I reveal that I think using programs such as Slack or Teams is a waste of time in the corporate world. Just email me. Let's just stick to emails.
Yeah, look, I could really tee off on that, but I won't because it's not my turn. Teresa, what is your sweeping statement? Hello, by the way.
Hello.
What's your sweeping statement, Teresa?
Okay, music videos ruin songs.
That's a really big call. In what way?
Oh, I know everybody interprets songs differently, but when you see, like, you have an image in your head of what the song is about because it means something to you, and then when you watch it, you just think, no.
See, I mean, that is your opinion and you're entitled to it, but I feel like they add something because you love the song and then you get to see your favourite person singing it and dancing to it.
Yeah, but if you hear a song and it reminds you of your children, and then it's about a romance, and you think, oh, no.
True. And so many of them are so dirty at the moment, those clips.
Teresa, do you prefer books to movies as well then?
No. I really like movies.
Yes, she's got a coat of many colours, this Teresa. All right, great sweeping statement.
I love it.
Bold and brave, just the way we like him. What are we gonna give Teresa?
I'm going to give you a Priceline voucher, Teresa. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to love
you
it. Sick. If you don't know what to spend it on, call me back and I'll give you a top 5 list. Andrea, what is your sweeping statement?
Strap in. Melbourne is so overrated.
I mean, I love this because we've all got a city that we can substitute into that sentence that we know is not going to make us very popular, but you're entitled to that opinion. I will need some more information.
I was going to say, full disclosure, Andrea, Chrissy and I are in Melbourne right now, but I want to hear why. Tell us why.
Well, it's actually the first place that I went to when the WA border finally opened last year. So I'm from Perth, so yeah, that is a pretty big statement to say that Melbourne's overrated. And I went to see Hamilton and Moulin Rouge in particular and a few art exhibitions. So I agree that the theatre and the galleries are absolutely 5-star.
Yes.
But the rest, for me, it's just another bogan.
I love it so much.
I love it. Andrea, you need a weekend with me.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm just going to the wrong places.
Yeah, just make sure your immunisations are up to date if you're going to have a weekend with Jack. That's all I can suggest. Well, Andrea, that is your sweeping statement, and the rules are you are entitled to it.
I don't think it's much different to Perth. It's just bigger and everyone wears black and looks sad, you know.
Look, everyone wears black and looks sad.
Raincoat when I was there, and I thought that I was going to be denied entry because I was just too colourful.
Oh, I love it so much. Andrea, thank you so much, and I'm so glad that we are a safe place for your sweeping statement.
You.
Priceline voucher for you. Again, if you need some help, I can give you the top 5 lipsticks and face products to use. I'm good like that, Andrea. Thank you so much for your calls. Hit us up online. The best way to get in contact with us is follow us on Instagram, The Chrissy Swan Show. DM us. Me and Jack run it. We run the whole show here.
Yeah, we do.
So your email will get straight to us.
Swan's sweeping statements.
You can ask me if I've got one, Jack?
Have you got one?
I don't need one, mate. I think we've got enough explaining to do.
Why?
Out of the previous break. You said that Nickelback are good. That's what you said.
Hang on, no.
Yes, you did.
No, this isn't Married at First Sight. We're not going to Frankenstein my words. I said...
Nickelback are good.
I said I don't hate Nickelback. I never said I loved them. I never said they were good. I said I don't hate them. And I don't understand why they're so hated.
What is that neck movement that is accompanying this song every time it comes on?
This is the song I actually remember.
You go full bogan. I've never seen this
I remember
side of you.
the video of the blonde girl crying in the car. Somehow I'm gonna make it.
I'm truly shocked because you are a style icon, and I did not think in my lifetime I would see you in your bright white laundered t-shirt, which you cared so deeply about.
Steamed.
Doing an emu bogan neck movement to Nickelback. I never thought I would see it, and yet here we are. We've seen it.
I never said. I'm just going to clarify. I never said I liked them or loved them. It's just
Yeah,
a bit of nostalgia.
You did, and you knew all the words there, and you got a faraway, dreamy look in your eye thinking about Chad Kroger. But as I said, I'm not here to change your mind. That's the point of sweeping statements.
Your eyes are. Your eyes definitely are, and your face.
Every inch of my body is judging you, but my mouth will not.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Nickelback. You've said Nickelback are the greatest band of all time.
I never said that. I said I don't hate them.
Swans sweeping statements.
Yeah, sweeping statements. All right, I'll say it the way you said it. Jack doesn't hate Nickelback.
I don't get why they're so hated. I'm not saying they're amazing. Let's move on from that anyway.
They're the worst. Bryony, is this the Bryony Dawson? Yes, it is.
Hello, Chrissy Swan. How
I
are
can
you?
tell from that throaty chuckle that it is the magnificent Bryony Dawson. What is your sweeping statement?
It's quite controversial, actually. It's I do not like the musical Hamilton.
Ooh.
I'm very surprised because you are a musical person.
I am. I studied it at uni. I know a lot of people in the show. I just when I watched it, I went, yeah, it's good. But people went on and on and on about it. Like, this is the best musical that's ever been written ever. And I'm like, I'm a bit Shania on it, you know?
Oh,
meme.
mate, Shania. Have you seen that documentary?
No, I haven't.
You must. You must see that. She's amazing. That is a sweeping statement. Locked and loaded. Will from Mentone. Will.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hello, Will.
How are you?
All the better from hearing from you. I feel like we're spoiling for a fight, are we?
I don't know. What do you think of cherry ripes?
I don't think much of them, Will.
Well, let me tell you, Chrissy, I love them. They are one of the best chocolates.
Really?
You get a bit of sweetness, and you get that sort of kick in the dark chocolate. You know?
Are you 65 years old?
No.
See, this is a real anomaly, Will, because it's my dad's favourite. It's my dad's favourite, but he's literally 82.
Oh, well, maybe I'm an old man in a young man's body.
Maybe. What do you think of Nickelback?
Nickelback? They're all right, I suppose.
Goodbye, Will.
See?
Goodbye. Goodbye. Cody from Kangaroo Point in Brisbane. Cody, what is your sweeping statement?
My sweeping statement is the White Lotus sucks.
Oh.
Ooh. Listen,
I'm angry.
how series 1 or series 2?
Well, I've watched series 1 and I didn't like it, so I haven't bothered with series 2.
So you've watched the whole of series 1. See, I used to say White Lotus sucked, but I'd only watched one ep. It's not enough.
Yeah, well, it's just boring. It goes forever. It just drags out and you get to the end and it's like, is that it?
But what about Jennifer Coolidge, Cody?
Well, I love her and her acceptance speeches are so much better than the whole season.
No.
Wow, there you go. You can't fight with him, Jack. That's it.
What about the music, Cody? Like, doesn't the music get you a bit excited?
No, it actually irritates me.
Oh, see, this is not for you. I love this song. I love it. And I'm right down to the wire on the first season because Jack prescribed it to me and I've been such a good girl. I won't call you for a review, Cody.
No, please don't.
All right. Well, there's your sweeping statements.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.